Throughout this entire presidential race, Assange has been on a vendetta, threatening to release materials so damaging to Hillary Clinton she could never get elected. My view is that many have cheered the document drop because it suits their short-term partisan political interests without thinking through the long-term privacy implications. Marco Rubio is an exception. He warned his party away from using such material, saying, "Today it's the Democrats. Tomorrow it could be us." So what is the future of such illicit hacks to our democracy, our privacy, and the electoral system? Joining me now, the founder of Mediaite and Law News, that's news with a Z, and ABC News legal analyst Dan Abrams. Dan, I was eager to have you back because your sites published some of the WikiLeaks information pertaining to Colin Powell, and then you had second thoughts about it. I wonder how you're feeling today.
Well, look, I had second thoughts in the sense that I thought we needed to have this discussion, the one that we're having. And look, with regard to WikiLeaks, my sites have been publishing that information as well. The most important thing to me when it comes to something like this is, let's not just say WikiLeaks is releasing this. Let's call it what it is: hacked, stolen documents. Stolen emails, and now it is clear, likely at the hands of Russia. I think that needs to be part of the discussion. Does that mean it's not accurate? You know, you have the Clinton camp sort of winking and saying, well, we can't verify. And then the media organizations, right, have to say, well, we can't verify. Of course they're true. If they weren't true, if it wasn't real, they'd be coming out and saying, we can't, instead of not, we can't verify, they'd be saying, this stuff isn't true. This stuff is made up. So let's accept the fact that what's in there is true. When you do that, it's tough not to report on it. But I also think there is an obligation to keep reminding people that it's a really bad thing that the Russians, it seems, are hacking into our political figures' private emails to try to influence the election. Doesn't mean the information's not true. Doesn't mean we shouldn't use it. Does mean we should be highlighting it.
Does the requirement therefore become for the media to take it all? I mean, I want to run through a couple of recent revelations and ask Dan Abrams, is this the sort of thing that should enter the public domain? Here's the most recent. Donald Trump says that this is evidence of a quid pro quo. It involves the Clinton Global Initiative and whether she would go and meet with the King of Morocco in return for allegedly, reportedly, a $12 million endowment from the king to CGI. I mean, that would seem to have great relevance against the backdrop of Trump's pay-to-play allegations. Yet, let me show you another one. Here comes, put up number 2. This is the baby wipes. You know, Bill is picking up Charlotte for babysitting. They had to go out and sanitize the whole house. Seems a bit ridiculous that that would be in the public domain. Number 3, just 2 or 3 more, is the comment about Bernie Sanders. This is John Podesta. Can you believe that doofus? And then here's another one that seems to have some legitimacy. This comes from the speeches to Wall Street. This is the hemispheric common market, open trade and open markets, the open border one. And then finally, no, that's, I guess, enough of them. So Dan, as a media outlet or a proprietor of media outlets, do you take them a case at a time? Do you take them all? What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, I think in a different day and age, right, let's say 30 years ago, more importantly, before the internet, media organizations would go through and very, very carefully decide, is this important enough? Is this in the public interest? Is this private? The reality is that now a media organization can decide. I mean, NPR, for example, is going through great hand-wringing over these WikiLeaks disclosures. And yet the reality is whether NPR does or doesn't report on some of the more mundane and private aspects that you're talking about, it's out there. I know it's a cop-out answer, right, to say, you know what, it's out there anyway, so what are we going to do? But it's also the reality. The reality is the minute in this day and age that WikiLeaks is releasing it, everyone's going to have it. If a handful of media organizations say, you know, we're not going to disclose this piece of information or that piece of information, I get it. And that's a nice principled position to take, but it's also living in an alternate universe where the media sort of leaders had the power to decide what the public got to see. Those days are over.